This is hard. Hi everyone, so this week I'm going to be doing a tutorial on Humongous by Declan McKenna. There's not a whole lot of tutorials out there online for this song, and it's a really good song, it's really fun, it's not too difficult. So I'm hoping to make this video as simple and easy for you to learn this song as possible, because I struggled for quite some time trying to figure it out by myself. This song has chords that are repeated in the verse and the chorus, and then there's also a riff that you can play as well. Declan himself does not really play the riff or the bridge from the original song, the studio version of the song, so I don't play that either. You can if you want, but I am going to teach you the riff even though I don't play it. So the riff is not very complicated, it's pretty easy to play, but getting the timing and the rhythm right is a little bit difficult. It sounds a lot better on electric guitar than it does on acoustic, but we're just going to play it on acoustic for right now. So it sounds like this. It's not super complicated, but I'm going to try to describe it as best as I can. It starts with the second and third string on the 10th fret. You play 3, then 2, and then up to 12 on the first string, and down to 10 on the first string still. Then up to 13 on the second string, and then to 12 twice, and then down to 10. Then up to the third string on the 12th, down to 10, and then down to 9. So that's the first part, it sounds like. Then it almost repeats the exact same thing again with the second and third strings on the 10th, then up to 12 on the first, and down to 10. Then it goes up to 13 on the second, and down to 12. And then here's where it changes. It goes up to 13 on the first, and down to 12. And then you want to slide down from 13 to 12 on the first string, so it makes that little, you know, altogether it sounds like. So that's the riff. It sounds really great on electric guitar. It still sounds good on the acoustic. You can play it if you want, but you don't have to. I wish I could play it right. So I'm going to do a quick little run through of the first verse before I get into the chords. It should sound something like this. Don't tag me along to your show, to your broadcast, I know. Couldn't let that go, And then tag me along with your rules, with your promise, I swear. You spend too much time on your phone and on your hair. So that's the first verse, and I'm gonna go through all the chords, but the chords are the same for the first verse and for the second verse. So the first chord is a D minor 7, which is the first and second strings on the first fret and the third string on the second fret. I'm gonna add pictures in here too that make more sense so that you get it, but this sounds like this. And the second chord is an F major 7, which is the second string on the first fret, third string on the second fret, and fourth string on the third fret. That's a mouthful. That should sound like this. Then it goes up to a C, which is still the second string on the first fret, the fourth string on the third fret, and the fifth string on the third fret. That sounds like this. These transitions are pretty simple, especially from the D to the F to the C. And then it goes up to a G, which is the fifth string on the second fret, the sixth string on the third fret, and the first string on the fifth fret. This chord is very difficult for me because I have very small hands. So I just get rid of the first string and just play the top two. It does sound a little bit different, but it's really not a big deal and I don't care. So you can play it that way if you want, or you can play the G normal. Then it goes to A minor, which is the second string on the first fret and the third and fourth strings on the second fret. That sounds like this. And then Declan, when he plays this song, he actually plays an F, which is barring the first fret, and then the third string on the first fret and the fourth and fifth on the second fret. But that, once again, is very difficult for my little hands, and I don't really like to play it like that. So I just continue to play an F major 7 throughout the whole song instead of a straight up F. You can do that if you want, or you don't have to. Then it moves to an E minor, which is just the fourth and fifth strings on the second fret. And then it goes back to a D major 7, F major 7, C, G, and then it goes to an E7, which is the fifth string on the second fret and the third string on the first fret, and does this. And then down to an A minor again, E minor again, F again, and E minor again. And that's the end of the first verse. These chords are the exact same for the second verse too, and you just play the same pattern over again. So I'm gonna play it slow. So it's D, F, C, G, A, F, E, D, F, C, G, E, A, the strumming pattern that I use is just the down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. I play that strumming pattern for most songs too. So I'm going to run through the chorus too, and then I'll go through all the chords again. This starts with a D major 7. Do you care? I'm big, humongous, enormous, and small, and it's not fair that I am nothing and nobody's there. Do you care? I'm big, humongous, enormous, and small, and it's not fair that I am nothing and nobody's there. Do you care? So this starts with a D major 7, the same one that we used in the first verse, then G again, A minor, E minor, and F. So these are all chords that we used in the first verse that you should know by now. And then it just repeats G, A minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, E minor, F again throughout the entire chorus. We pretty much just repeat the whole thing over again, the same chords from the first verse again in the second verse, then the same chords from the chorus again in the chorus. And you can play the bridge if you want. I don't think it sounds very good on acoustic guitar, and then you can play the riff as well. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to try and make it as simple as I can. I know how confusing guitar tutorials can be, and it's quite frustrating. So thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Maybe I'll make another guitar tutorial soon.